Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we were picking up this series on the 5th of January 1987. You can see we're just coming out of winter, the snow's still on the ground, and the focus through the winter was on this test town I set up here. But before we talk a bit more about that, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about, and some of your comments related to what I was actually building in this area here. And what can I say is the results aren't as well as I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting a complete collapse of the population here, but I had some hopes for the population in this area, and they've kind of hung on after a fashion. But you can see here it says residents heat themselves, causing pollution. I mean, I haven't got a pollution meter here. In fact, I'm very tempted. I'm going to break my normal rules, I think. What I'm going to do is just going to put a pollution meter in here, because this is very much a test. I think we're just going to construct this. I want to see what the actual pollution is. So it says it's producing pollution, but the pollution is very much in the green. But one problem I have found, and this seems to be the biggest decimator of this area, is the level of health. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see the white text against the white background, but you can see this. It's down. I mean, the best is 57%. Most of it's down 38%. And that's where most of the deaths seem to have come from. You can see here, the population here has virtually collapsed completely. And virtually everyone's sick. Now, somebody did point out that this little pharmacy I built up here, despite being heated, has no ambulances. But what I did do is build another one down here, which I forgot to put ambulances into, actually. See if I can put some ambulances into here now. But we see we've got no staff. Part of the problem I had here is I couldn't get a critical mass with the population. And I think this is quite important. I think if you're going to build a town with no heating, is getting that little bit of critical mass going with the staff. I mean, I suppose I could allocate someone to here just to see. Maybe if we can get that in there. We've got a heating problem. I don't know whether. I think that's a fire station. Yeah, so overall, this has been a little bit of a failure. And what I'm going to do is probably redevelop this a little bit and improve it. We're certainly going to put some heating in here. Eventually, I'll probably keep these buildings just to keep this as a very low level town. Because one of the concepts I've got for my new series is to kind of, rather than build uniform town after uniform town, all blocks of flats like this, what I would like to do is as I expand, because what I would like to do is when I start, I want to have a single 2-story wooden brick buildings, and then possibly as we go out further is building some more kind of historically interesting towns. It's probably the way to describe it. Anyway, so overall that is a little bit of a disaster. What I'll do is redevelop this and we'll get it fixed up, put some heating in. Because the other thing I'm not too sure about is these buildings don't have hot water tanks. And I'll be very interested to find out whether if we run in some heating into this, where in a winter, following winter, whether they will actually draw heating from the heating plants. And I get the feeling that this concept of self-heating is a little bit of a weak mechanic. Now, on a more positive note is we got liftoff over here, and what I'm actually doing at the moment is I'm kind of using buses. They're kind of struggling a little bit to get up to here, but it's not that important. I've kind of put I think this is realised also I need a gas station up here. I've put technical services in, but I've got a little bit of a mystery, or had a bit of a mystery, is that I couldn't, when this conveyor was being built and I had no staff up here, but when I got these plants online, there was a big pile of coal ore in here. And the only thing I can think of is that because I was building other bits and pieces up here, I think it was namely this, that somehow kind of random workers were getting in here and manufacturing coal and storing it all up inside of here. But it's again, this only holds 20 tons of coal ore. You can see, so we're getting to workers up here, but it's a bit sporadic. Is probably the polite way of saying it. But if you can see here, I've got 1,500 tons of coal in here, and I'm not too sure where it actually came from. I mean, actually, you've got no power supply either. So I thought I had a power supply in this area. It's a bit difficult to see with the white. You've got power there, so okay. I thought I had power into. We're going to need to get power into here anyway, and I've got the power substation here. The other thing I've also done is I've put in a truck loading here, because if what I'm thinking is that if I'm going to have to put in the heating plant, I'll probably put it about here. And I'll probably put a large one in, because we'll probably grow this town quite large. And then what I'll do is we'll put a small aggregate store alongside it, or a large one. And then rather than running conveyors all the way through here, we'll just deliver the truck there. Actually, I've just had a thought. Yeah, interesting. Wonder if I could do it. Yeah, I've just had a little bit of a thought. I put a large aggregate store in, say, about there. A road gap there. Maybe if I pull it out a little bit like that, and then don't need that connection. Break that connection. Demolish that. Oops. And what I'm thinking is power station, because we will draw a lot of power up here, won't we? So say for argument's sake, put a power station in about here, kind of touching the infrastructure. I mean, if I could get a road past that. Kind of a bit inclined to put it about, can I get it? We can get a little bit of flat terrain going. Yeah, let's put a power station in there. What we'll do is in here, conveyors. Put a conveyor out here, like that. And then once this road's built, actually we can put a road in here, can't we? Put a small bus station about there. Bus stop, like that. And then you can come out like that. Eventually take that out. Yeah, I quite like that. We get another power station here. We can connect that into our grid, because we're going to draw a lot of power from this area. So I quite like that idea. I mean, if we got 2 coal mines coming down here, I know, because I'm pretty sure we can get more coal mines up here should we need them. Yeah, I like that. The other thing I've also done here is I'm not sure if this is going to be too successful either, but what I've done is I've put 2 really large blocks in. They're actually the same blocks as what I did is put in Petrograd down here. So what that will do is those 2 blocks will put in about 1,400 workers once they're finished. Now while we're down here, let's just have a look at, I want to check my, we've got plenty of food coming in here. And actually, let's just have a look over here. $926 there. Why are you without a power supply? Should be okay though. I don't think you actually need a power supply as such, do you? Well, we've got a lot of crops in here, so that should keep my meat production going with the train that's running backwards and forwards to over here. Let's just check the meat production. Some of you may be thinking, well, I am prevaricating a little bit here, so we're actually getting quite a nice steady supply of meat here now. What I would like to do is see if there's any surplus here, and what I'm thinking possibly is running a train up into here for the alcohol production. And then that means what I could do then is shut down the import of food from here. There's one thing I do want to do in this part is start to get some more trains, because I can't ever recall doing a map like this and having so much track laid, and effectively all I've got going at the moment is kind of 3 trains. I've got 2 passenger trains running down here and the train that's delivering the crops up to there. I mean, a bit weird, to be honest, considering. I mean, population-wise, we came through quite well. We're now at 58,000. Now the over 21s, I think, is lower than it should be, partly because I was messing around with that town up there. I did drop some extra population in around the beginning of December because the population was collapsing so fast. And we've got this area here. The other thing I've also did, I was trying to run a road through up to here, because there's coal up here. If I show you, quite a big patch of coal up here as well. And I was kind of thinking that this might be another way to supply coal down to the steel mill down on the coast. And I actually got a bit carried away, and I was kind of just seeing if I could get a road through here. And I actually managed to do it. I had to put a little bit of a bridge in here. I've actually got a road connection all the way out to here now. I mean, it's a bit impractical at the moment, but it was interesting doing it, I suppose. And the other thing also is, I come over here, this way, actually, just come down to, I think it's out here, is, again, I've been kind of ignoring this area here, and I've got my little area here. So what I might want to do is push this road out a little bit. I mean, we've got a construction. In fact, I think I'll do it. Just pick these guys up. I mean, they're a brave, forward-looking crew. I'm just gonna, I think we'll send these through the passes on their own. So you can come over here. I mean, they're the frontiersmen. And I think I haven't looked at my rail track either for a little while. So this is going okay. Still got a little bit of a problem with respect to this, I think. Let's see where these trains are. Wow, looks like he's actually started on the tunnel. Okay, that's going to be enough. Oh, we got a fire. Oh, this guy's working on this area here. And what are you working on? I'm not exactly sure how can you be? You can't be working on that. Oh no, it's working on this area here. What I was thinking of trying to do is build these bridges. I'm a bit worried about I'm not getting a notification for this fire. See where the fire is. Let's just get over to here. Now, I've had a few problems with these guys. They've been a bit kind of wandering off on their own a little bit. Looks like they've done it again. So what are you building? Oh, you're building that bridge. You must be building... That bridge is finished, so we're building this one. 1820. That's good. This guy's... Wow, it's built virtually round to here. That's awesome. I think over here, this is all finished, so he doesn't really have anything to do over here. I mean, I could start to build into here, but then he will come into conflict with that. So I really think what I need to do is get these out running here. I'm going to need to sort these signals out first. And one thing I do want to do is, because we've got this connection here now, so I want to signal this up so that I can use a train to bring down the resources from here. Not here, here. Better limit the amounts on that. So what I'd like is to get a train running from here through to here, and then we can get a lot more resources into this area in the form of prefabs and bricks and eventually steel. So that one's going there. So let's just check the last one, then we'll start doing some serious work. Apologies that I'm doing this, but this is the type of thing I would normally do coming out of winter, because winter's often got hidden problems which you need to kind of think about. So that's the tunnel, so that's 34% finished. Nearly finished that, so you're going to effectively soon be finished on that. This guy's working on that. That means that the missing bit is up here. Which means there should be... I mean, really great if these are all built. Looks like they're all built now. Wow. What I need now is for this guy to come over here. Start working on this section here. I don't think I need the back loop now, because we built... I didn't build that. We built all this through to here. If I put a crossover... Oh yeah, I've got a crossover here. And then we can start pushing out this way. I'm going to take this back loop out. I don't think I need it anymore. Take that out. And what that should do is build into here. Ah! I do need the back loop. Annoying. Okay, we're going to have to rebuild it. Yeah, I forgot completely all about this. Was not looking very carefully. It's not that big of an issue. It's only a single track, and it's going to take a little while to get everything out here. And I'm not really producing vast amounts of aluminium from here, I think, at the moment, because I do have a bit of a... Oh no, we've got plenty of chemicals up here. What we need is the workforce. Even the workforce isn't too bad, actually. But we can make that better, as pointed out in the comments, with Winchester here. And we got here, we got some residents here. I think what I wouldn't mind doing is moving a lot of these. No, I think we're going to leave that tower block, and then we'll just bring up some people from other parts. Put in this bit here. So the real problem here is, you can see we've got people that don't have a job. I don't really want to build anything else out here. And this workforce is maximum. Actually, I think I will. We'll just move this. Let's just see which ones are these. These don't have jobs. These don't have jobs. See, part of the problem is I made a mistake of building the actual train station out here. So it's these two blocks don't really come in range. I don't think I can... Oh, might be able to improve it a little bit here. Didn't really, I thought I'd built a footpath through there. Maybe if we footpaths through here, that might actually improve the situation a little bit. And fine. If we cancel the footpath there. Maybe if I put a footpath out here, maybe bring you in there. Wasn't aware. Bit of a mistake here. This must have been like it from the very beginning. Well, I want to get a train running between these two stations anyway. So that's something where I do need to do. And so we now got this sorted out. As you may guess, I'm stalling a little bit just to try and get out of this snow. I mean, overall, things over here are working quite well. Oh, the one thing I am thinking about, and again, this came up on the comments, is that I built this here, and I actually put vehicles in here. And what I'm kind of thinking is that maybe having, see, because we got a construction helipad here that's kind of doing everything. We've got a supply one over here which is doing absolutely nothing. I think he's run out of jobs. If we add you there, I would like to have that built. And I don't feel the need for supplies in there. Maybe just kind of pop those in there. Maybe it'll help this. I find you can overload the supply helicopters because they will just keep dropping in. The idea I'm toying with is to have a helicopter that just does pure construction. So what you'd have is some heavy lift helicopters to deliver the construction vehicles in, and then in here all you'd have is the excavators and the towers. And if you wanted one for road, you can obviously put in the paver as well. But to do that, it's the paver and the roller, isn't it? Yeah, paver and the roller. You can put that in here. What you could argue is you could have 4 helicopter construction offices. One to do the general construction, one to deliver the materials, one to deliver the workers, and one to deliver the machines. In fact, I suppose you could reduce it to 3. So I could specialize these 3. Maybe going forward, that's something I will try and do, is say, well, maybe have this one delivering the workers. This, maybe we'll flip this one round. We'll make this one responsible for delivering wherever it is. Where did it go? So we'd have to kind of fiddle around the helicopters. This one for delivering materials, and then this one delivering machines. Maybe that trouble is it would be moving the machines around. Or, well, maybe we'll just leave this one delivering materials, but no workers, and it's going to have no machines. This one will convert to just delivering machines. So we'd have to come in here. And we could always just leave the machines in, and we could take off all the materials from here and the passenger helicopters, and then just leave this with enough helicopters to deliver the machines to the job. So we could probably take away a lot of helicopters from here. Anyway, it's just an idea, something that I'm probably not going to work on immediately. It's not really a high priority. I think because I'm still messing about in the snow and I can still see things, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of signalling where I make a bit of a fool of myself. We got at the moment this runs, I mean, it's a bit difficult to see in the snow. So you can come up through here. Right, you've got 2-way there. Did I signal this already? Oh, maybe I've already signaled this. Okay, I've already signaled this. I know I was looking at signals, I just didn't think I'd actually done it. So what we need here is, I've got a depot here. Right, we need to buy a train. Of course, it's got to be electric locomotive. 120. I think I'd like to go for something that's really fast, even though technically the cargo wagons are, yeah. the green. This is an empty weight, 85, 384, 340. One's a little, I don't think there's a lot in it, so what we're going to do is, now what we need is cargo wagons. And what I want to be able to do is carry bricks and prefabs. These don't tell you what their top speed is. Now, I don't really want... See, that one's 113. That carries 79 tons. Present Soviet Union is 67. Again, there's no indication of speed. That's 67 tons. This is 70 tons. This is 79 tons. What we'll do is we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. What you've got to do is, and what we're going to do is pick you up from here, and you're going to load bricks and prefabs. I'm not going to do steel straight away. And then you're going to come through and deliver to there, and you're going to unload bricks and steel. Now the next thing I want to do is something I've never done before. When I've got 4 trucks, so say so if we wrong. That gives me 2 carrying prefabs. You I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I've got no idea what I'm doing. What we're saying is we're going to carry 2 with 56 tons of bricks, and that's 1. We need to get reduced to. I'm starting to feel that this mechanic may need a little bit more work. Okay, I think I've done it. And what we're going to do is just kick you off. Let's see if I... this was... Where am I? Lost... Where am I? I'm lost on my own map. Okay, just going to speed this up a little bit. If he comes in, see what he loads out of curiosity. I want you to unload. I want you to unload prefabs. Okay, so he's loading up. I'm not sure I'm going to get enough in here to do anything, but anyway, that's the first train I want running backwards and forwards, because it means that when I can then stop not use trucks, and we can make sure we got plenty of resources in here, keep the building process going. Now the next one I want to sort out is the workforce from. We need a train that will go from here to here. We just need to check the signals through here now. Because he built this, yeah, it's built this both ways now. So we can signal this. Let's have a look. Now that's gonna have to. Right, so we need to change this. So you're coming up. Okay, let's just trace this through. You need chain signal there. That needs to become a one-directional train signal. You need to come that way. Got fire again. You need to come that way. Of course, this is our aggregate loading. And then what we need is a mixed signals here. And then we have to have the same here. Chain here. Probably don't need this crossover here at the moment, or do we? No, we don't, because if we're going to build this track in, we're going to build it in from that side. Probably don't need this crossover anymore. Deletes it and then finds out I need it, but that's the way it goes. So we'll just get around here. Yeah. Go that way. We go that way. We're gonna go that way. Don't need these anymore. That a chain signal there. That needs to become a chain signal. You need that way. You need that way. That way. Got a heating problem. Okay. So that now takes this up to here. And what we should be able to do is chain signal there. And turn one there. And at the moment I'll put a mix signal here. So that this guy can work up here. What he's been doing. And then up this line you need to go. You can run all the way through here. Probably need you put an up line there, down line there. Whoops. We don't need you, so we can take you out. Chain signal down. There. And chain signal there. And we'll put you there. And then you're gonna have to come up to here. Chain signal. I'm not exactly sure why that stopped being highlighted. I think it's probably because the seasons have finally changed. I can actually see what I'm doing. So we've now got this here. I'm not gonna. I think what we will do, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put a one-way signal there and one-way signal there. So that effectively this will, so we've now got this running through here and it should work in theory. Okay. And what we're going to need now is, I mean, the route isn't that long, so how many trains would I need? I think we'll start with one and we'll use a train set like I did over here. But the trouble is the train's just going to come a very long way. Just going to come in here. I'm going to buy a. We need a train set. This carries 330 passengers. This carries 325. Is that too many? Not. I suppose it's not really. There's 80 kilometers an hour, 100 kilometers an hour. I think we're just buy one of you. and then go all the, send you all the moments. So what we'll do is we'll run you into there. We're going to pick up passengers here, and you're going to deliver them to here. And get that going. Let's stop unreachable from current position. What have I done wrong? Yeah, we just push you over there. I don't understand why this would have a problem. Because my construction trains can get up here. So what? Ah, I know why. You can't. There's no back curve here. Oh, that's annoying. So I can't put that route in then, because I was relying on this. Oh well, we're just gonna have to wait until we made this connection here now. Well, I think we could put this connection in. So put this connection here. Just that. And what we're going to need to do is get our train crew working on here. It's probably out of work anyway. Yeah, wow. Where is this? Oh, you're just working on this rail bridge here. First things first, I'll work on that. Right. So we've built this line. Been built all the way through. Wow, it has. Rather than build all that through there for the moment, right, let's see what we can do here. I've got the crossover here. Let me just check the signals. Yeah, we got that bit there. We can run down to here. I think I'd like to build that link out there, so we'll just build up you. And I think for the moment, just try and keep these guys a little bit separated. There's no crossover here. But what we might be able to do is run him through here for the moment. What that should do is they should work on separate tracks. The only possible problem is they might get a bit upset about this bit here. But one should work in here and one should go that way. But we'll just see how it goes. And then, I mean, the important thing is this bit here. We can get this bit built. And then what I can do is send the train up. Once this bit's built, we can then do this section here. And this bit's built as well. So what I might do is hook this bit to there. We can start building through here. Out the way. Let's just see how things are going here. How's the population here? 1,000 odd. Population over 21. So what's the food supply? I mean, let's just check my... So you're happy. You're a basket case. We've still got a lot of people without jobs, but until we got that road connection rail connection finished. Actually, does this guy... He must be working on this area here. there. Check here. Fire extinguished. Oh, how are we doing here? We've got crops. We're in March at the moment. Check here. We've got 924 there. 900 there. I'm just very tempted to bring the train into here so that we can deliver the crops to here. That would give me a little bit more self-sufficiency. In fact, let's just have a look at my exporting alcohol. I mean, we're making quite a lot of money. I mean, last month, that's because I bought the train, wasn't it? Food still mystifies me. We got a bit of fuel and the meat. I'm not exactly sure why we're importing food and meat, but we got this tiny little supply of crops, which is kind of annoying. I think I will do it. I mean, I don't want to bring in vast quantities, so just come in here. We're just going to buy another train. And we're going to get something with a bit of clout. Cargo. If we say we pick up 1, 2, 3, that's 100 tons. I think if we go with 3, now I know some of you will say, oh, I should build a lot longer trains, but I'll rather start with short trains and increase them, but I don't want this train stealing all the crops from over here. I just want them taking a little bit, or taking a share just to keep the alcohol industry going. We pick up from here, and you pick up crops here. And then you're going to run into where it is here. Unload crops. And we don't need to do anything here, we just want it to carry the maximum. Okay, then we're back there. Just get our second little train running out there. And then what that would do is just check customs. What are you delivering? Custom grain storage. Yeah, so you've only got to put 10% into here. So if we bring in about 100 odd tons to here, that will slow up the crop imports, and then if for some reason the crops run out, then the customs office couldn't take over. Right, got that sorted. Just take a quick look at my food industry over here. Yeah, I mean, we're in March, we've still got quite a lot of surplus. And will you guys start nagging me? So we've drained this warehouse and this warehouse, this warehouse. I think we've still got crops over here. Got a lot of crops here. 3,000 tons up there, and we've got 1,400 tons here. In the long term, what I'm going to be doing is this farm and this farm will be supplying the crops to here for the food supply, and then this farm here will then be bringing the crops right down round, bring into this area. So what we'll be able to do is suspend all the complex web of trucks delivering in this area. Anyway, let's just slow up a bit. Game's running away with me. Right, we got this is built. This is being built through, which is good. Then we can get a coal-fired power station here. How's the workforce up here? Erratic at best, probably. Cannot store or export, so I don't think I've actually put a bus out to the here yet. So at the moment, we've got quite a lot of process here. We've got a... This needs to be built. Once this is built, we won't have to ship coal up from the other place, and that will get this area going. So I think what we're going to do next is, I'm not going to duplicate the disaster here. Let's just see how our... Yeah, the population has collapsed again, and it's probably down to ill health. I'm still thinking about an airport construction over this side. Let's just put in a big heating plant here. And I want to kind of put it some distance away because we're going to expand the town this way. Part of me says right over here, well out the way. Be a little bit icky, so oops. Just push the platform out a little bit this way and this way, so we got reasonable sized platform, because that's gaining a bit of height. But if we come back this way like that, we're going to need a small aggregate, large aggregate, from the point of view of just pure ease of doing that connection. I think we're just popping a large one in here like that. I don't think we need anything like an unloading bay or something like that. I think we can get away with just we need a workforce out here, so well, we'll put a bus stop in for completeness. So it's going to be a bit tricky. Out a little bit more like that. And just bus stop there. Go gravel. Love this game sometimes. Shoot out like that. And you there. And I mean, it's a fair distance away, but it shouldn't be a problem. And then what we'll do is we'll put in a proper heat exchanger. We're not going to send the town this way. As long as this connects up everything here, put one in here. Put a gravel road in here. Run a large heating pipe. In some height, because we've got to put road connections in. I know I could have gone underground, but I think that would be okay. So we've got build a heating plant out here. There's my helicopter crew. Up you. I mean, these guys are just so efficient. Look. And as you guys keep nagging me, we're going to kind of put in, get you to literally focus on this area here. I know it's probably a few too many jobs, but once I bring in the supply crew, where are you? You can assist with the main building. On the main buildings there. How's my worker crew? How many jobs have you got left? Yeah, you've got a few, but I think for the moment we can just let these guys catch up a little bit and build here. Wow, that looks like it's actually, what's actually flat, is it? Right, while I'm looking at this, this is going to be 100% steel. It's going to be the steel output area. Of course, over here we've got this being built. Now, somebody did say about that I need more processing plants, and I was going to put 3 in. They said I'd probably need 4, but I think at the moment we'll start with 2, and then we got a little bit of, I'm going to have to do a bit of terraforming up here to get another 2 in, but I think we can. And then we'll get this built in through here. My road crew guys here are going absolutely ballistic. And let me just check something here. We need to get a conveyor right the way through there, but we don't need that just yet. But what we also need down here is an oil connection, oil fuel connection as well. I'm not going to leave that for the moment. We're not going to need it just at the moment. What we're going to do is just go round and check these again. I'll hook you up and get you built there. Actually, I'm going to put in the reverse in there like that. And we can actually put some signals in here. You just drop a couple of signals in here. This is double track. That's just gonna isolate that bit of track from there. What are these guys? What else are these guys working on? I mean, are they okay over here? I mean, is that... Well, this guy's well off on his own. And... yeah, I want you to cancel that, because what I would like you to do is go here. And what I would like you to do is fill in this section. It could be a bit icky with regard to this one there. They may actually get a collision, but just have to take a chance on that. So I'd like to get these 2 connections put through here. Then we can start, instead of going all the way out round there, the train can build this section here. Once these 2 sections there, then you can do the reverse curve back there. Let me just get over here and see how this guy's doing. I'd guess he's... ah, no. So we've got that one checked. Let's see what this guy's got going on. Where are you? Okay, you're down to 3 again. You're quite happily laying in this section here. That's the tunnel. Working on this section. Okay, so you're actually working on one of these. Oh, it's okay. Question is, could I think what I'm going to do is, you're working on that tunnel. I think what we'll do is we're going to get them both working on the tunnels now, because track wise these should be separate in theory. Should be separate because there's no connection the other side. So I'm not can't understand why the game seems to think that these are related. Is it just the fact that they're touching here? Anyway, we'll see if that will work. Yeah. So you've nearly finished. You're just about. You just need to build these crossovers and that, and then that would be finished. Let's see. We got the reverse curve built here. Oh, we're getting there. Let's see what these guys are doing. I think yeah, the tunnel. We're working on there. So what are you working on? Oh, you're working on this over here. Probably going quite slowly. In fact, it's going very slowly. You guys got a supply problem. Got a problem here. Big problem. Don't think this bridge has been upgraded for power. Okay, we're gonna cancel you. That one. That one is that one. And that one. What we need to do is get assign you. And we get those built. Otherwise, we're going to have a bit of a supply problem issue here. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. I say in the next part, we're going to keep on pushing out here. Eventually, we will get York sorted out and built up. And we'll get a nice bit, make them feel nice and warm and toasty over here. Look at that. I've already built the bridges. I think these guys are working quite enthusiastic as well because I've got these on auto detect. So let me just see. Yeah, I mean, these guys are building in the traditional way. Of course, what they don't have is the workers, which is okay because what we can do is support them with workers from using the helicopters, and then we'll get kind of the gulag type look of York built here. And what I'll probably do is build this out using more of kind of traditional looking buildings. Probably don't need this actually. We can get rid of you. I don't think you're already working. We're just trying to get this built up. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a good idea and a good exercise, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit of a rethink about the start of the new series and see if I can take a different approach. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.